2, 1. Okay, yep, marked over there too. Sweet. This is interesting. It's almost like the video's not working.
It is, and but it is kind of also like your PlayStation is powering up because those are the colors that it goes through.
Oh, you so smart, Mom.
I've watched those color sequence a lot of times.
Yeah, you have.
I love that they start with Joel's voice.
I know. It's so great.
I wish things were different. Ellie!
I know, that's one of my favorite. Like that, we've seen that so many times.
I know.
I love it every time.
Oh my God! The sheer number of clickers and
Yeah.
after her.
That please stop just gets me every single time. It's even harder than seeing the scene of like with her all beat up.
I'm leaving tomorrow.
To do this smart, we'd be leaving Jackson vulnerable.
I love his voice.
So they just get to get away with this?
He's so southern compared to Joel.
Yeah, no.
You can't stop this.
I want what you want, but not at any cost. I really hope you make it.
It's amazing
Love
that
the sound of the water falling.
I know, and we've seen every one of these scenes basically, but yet I am still getting goosebumps.
I know, me too.
There's a cost.
Not looking forward to the drive.
We could have killed you. Maybe you should have.
Looked like she just crowbarred her face, or one of those melee weapons.
I'm Neil Druckmann, Vice President of Naughty Dog and the Director of The Last of Us Part 2. We're just a few weeks away from launch on June 19th, when the game will finally be in your hands. The wait has been long, and we're extremely grateful for your patience, especially now in the midst of these unprecedented and challenging times. We hope you're all taking care of yourselves, and that you, your friends, and your loved ones are doing well. Because of these extraordinary circumstances, we can't be together in this final stretch and share the experience like we usually would. So today we're trying something different. Something we've never done before.
Okay.
Over the next 20 minutes or so, we're going to give you an in-depth look into what awaits you in The Last of Us Part 2, including new details about the gameplay experience and story. And to cap it all off, we'll be showing a never-before-seen, lengthy gameplay sequence. You'll definitely want to stick around for that.
I don't know what happened.
What?
I was supposed to take her to the Fireflies and walk away. They were actually going to make a cure. The only catch, it would kill her.
The Last of Us Part 2 picks up Ellie and Joel's story several years after the events of the first game.
Wow, this is cool getting to see this.
Ellie and Joel have settled in Jackson,
our
Wyoming,
memories.
amongst a thriving community of survivors. With the threats of the world kept outside the town's walls, Jackson has been able to find relative peace and even stability. Ellie is now 19, lives on her own, and has been able to forge lasting relationships within the community.
Scale of 1 to 10.
I just love that
How
part.
would you
Yeah.
rate?
Oh, look
Kiss
at
from
them.
Outside?
Having a good day.
Yeah.
However, this peace is short-lived.
Yep. Of course
Jackson
it
and Ellie
is.
suffer a violent and traumatizing event. Ellie sets off back into the treacherous outside world in search of retribution and justice. Her journey will take her to new parts of the country, previously unexplored in The Last of Us. The story spans multiple seasons and climates, from the snow-capped mountains of Jackson
nice. Like it,
to the lush
like the
Pacific
first one.
Northwest. Each introduces a wide range of exterior and interior environments for you to navigate and explore,
I'm so
rendered in
excited.
meticulous detail and unprecedented scale with the latest
Wow.
iteration of the Naughty Dog engine. Our goal was to make these environments not only beautiful, but feel as grounded and
Oh, look
authentic
at those
to
trees,
the cities
like
they're
the limbs
based on
just
as
moving a little
possible.
bit.
Much of the story unfolds in what remains of Seattle, a massive former quarantine zone. Its locales are incredibly diverse, spanning a dense city center with a skyline of towering high-rises to the beautiful suburbs and stormy waterfronts that surround it.
Oh, that's so rad.
The city exhibits drastic shifts
I've
in
never been to
architecture,
Seattle, and that
elevation, and weather.
looks amazing.
And with
You-
part 2, we've
you haven't?
introduced new
No.
traversal mechanics that afford greater exploration
It's a cool city.
and ways
I know,
to
I gotta
navigate
go.
threats. Ellie is not only able to climb and jump over gaps, but she can use ropes to scale vertical terrain or swing over
Ooh.
obstacles, allowing you to discover new areas,
Oh no!
I know you
resources.
love
Did
that.
you
I
say
know you
swinging?
love that.
Oh jeez, no!
These more
You are
open
no good at
environments also
that.
create new strategic considerations in
Uncharted's still
combat,
haunting me.
whether it's to get the jump on enemies or bypass them entirely.
Oh, that's super rad.
The Last of Us Part 2 features some of the largest environments we've ever created. Horseback riding will allow Ellie to quickly cover some of these expansive terrains.
Horseback
Some
riding.
streets are so
I didn't know
flooded that a boat is required to navigate them.
What?
Oh, that'll be cool. That's cool.
However, the world of The Last of Us is as lush and inviting as it is deadly. As Ellie uncovers the path to finding those who have wronged her, she must face the many threats of this unknown city. In the wake of the
Oh,
pandemic
damn.
and the fall of the quarantine zone, Seattle has become a war zone, where two warring factions find themselves in an ongoing conflict for territory and resources. One of these groups is the Washington Liberation Front, otherwise known as the WLF. The WLF are a militia group that began as resistance to the military occupation of Seattle and eventually wrestled control of the city from them. They are highly trained, organized, and well equipped with weapons they stole from the army. They occupy much of the city, imprisoning or killing trespassers on sight.
Hey, we got another trespasser. A girl. Did you see her?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
On the other side of this bloody conflict is a group of religious zealots called the Seraphites, or Scars, defined by the self-inflicted deep cuts that they bear across their faces.
Okay, I remember this
Yeah,
from
we saw that
a while
one,
ago.
Like the
that one
WLF,
trailer
Really
years
early
ago.
on.
Ballistic
Yeah.
and territorial. They're known for being stealthy, using overgrowth as cover,
Stealthy,
and they use
I
more
love that.
silent weapons like bows and arrows.
Ooh.
Clip
Ow,
your wings.
dang.
Oh shit.
But beyond this
no, no,
conflict
no.
among survivors, the threat that originally brought the world to its knees is very much present. Every human is in danger of falling victim to the
Holy
Good God.
They are the recently infected runners who are more numerous and aggressive in this game.
Oh no, I'm
Yeah.
gonna die.
Yeah, no, like
The
those are
blind
the,
but
those are the
extremely
easy
deadly
ones.
clickers, and the stalkers who sneak and hide until they're ready to attack,
Oh.
surprising their victims with extreme agility and brutal violence.
That's a new one, right?
Yeah.
The Last of Us Part 2 introduces new stages of infected, such as the Shamblers. Large, heavily armored enemies that are covered in pustules. Upon getting close to you, they expel a corrosive spore
Ew.
cloud that burns its victims.
Oh.
But our most terrifying and lethal new forms of infected will have to wait until you play the game for yourselves.
What the hell?
Overcoming
Wow.
these threats will require careful consideration of how you approach every combat encounter and how you leverage Ellie's unique skills, equipment, and the environment to your
Be
advantage.
hiding all the time. That's what I'll be doing.
Yeah. Yeah,
The
definitely
WLF
gonna
patrol
take
the streets
longer
of Seattle with
for
guard
stealth.
dogs, which are capable of detecting and following you, even while on cover.
You think this guy's connected to the
They can pick up your scent
Son of
and
a
alert their
bitch.
handlers to your presence.
Flippin' dogs.
Listen
I
mode will
know.
reveal your scent trail, so keep moving
Oh
and
my
cause
God, look at the
distractions to
dog.
avoid detection.
Oh, do you see the scent? Do you see the scent
Yes.
trail?
25
that's-
years after the pandemic began, the
Sorta.
world is completely overgrown.
Ooh. That was a headshot.
Use tall grass to hide from enemies and go prone to stay out of sight. However, this form of analog stealth means you're never fully hidden. If enemies get close enough, they can discover you, even in grass. When Ellie is overwhelmed, running away is a viable option.
I'll be
You
using
can
that
also
option
break
a lot.
class or crawl
I
through
love
tight
that.
spaces.
That's how like
Yeah.
Find new
it's no
paths
longer like you
or areas
just
to
jump
evade
through the glass.
or take
Right.
on your enemies. In any given combat situation, you can flee an encounter and re-establish stealth to regain the advantage. If you absolutely have to fight your way out, there are a variety of tools at your disposal. Ellie's more agile than most of her enemies. She can sprint and quickly dodge incoming attacks. Learning how opponents
that's
attack
cool.
with different weapons and mastering the timing of your dodges will prevent you from taking damage
Damn.
and create opportunities to counterattack.
Shit.
You can use throwable
Ouchie.
items or well-placed
She is a
shots to
fat
stun enemies
ass.
before
Oh
dealing
my
killing blows.
God! Jesus.
Or using them as a shield to protect yourself or buy some time to figure out
Oh
your
my
next
god,
move.
that's so you that I mean I know you could sort of do that, but not good lord.
Yeah.
Ellie isn't always alone on her journey.
Good God.
Allies will take part in helping you navigate the
Like her
environments, spot
friend.
enemies, and meaningfully help you in combat encounters.
Okay, so we see Dina and the other guy
Yeah.
with her. Do we have a name for
Oh
him?
my
Oh
God.
Jesus, he just like smashed up in there. Oh
That'll be effective.
yeah. Right to the gut.
Between the human survivors and the roaming infected, there will be times where multiple threats are present, creating new strategic considerations and opportunities. You can choose whether to attack these opponents separately and directly, or find ways to pit them against each
That's
other.
what I like doing in State of Decay. Is like bringing the infected down on. Right.
Flee as they fight,
Blades.
or wait
And they
until
fight
their
each
numbers
other.
have thinned out
Yeah.
and engage
Yeah.
with whomever's left.
Smart. Oh, that's
Oh my gosh.
yeah. Jeez Louise, that's a lot.
Our goal is to create unparalleled
Terrifying
tension,
sound.
coupled with
Yeah.
deep systems that give you greater control and influence over your journey.
Unparalleled.
As you play, you'll be able to invest in a broad collection of crafting items, weapon, and player upgrades through training manuals scattered throughout the environment and scavenging for ingredients. These skills and upgrade manuals cater to a variety of playstyles, and the choices you make will create your own distinct experience. We also wanted to extend that agency and personalization to your weapons through our new workbench system. Scavenge for parts to modify
6
and
times
improve your
scope.
weapon's performance and attributes, all of which are visualized and become part of your character.
I love the workbench and like the detail that they've gone in that's gone into like making that workbench more realistic than the first one. Like it's
Right.
just like that much more immersion now is incredible. Stun
Survival
bomb.
will also
Those
require
dogs are
using
gonna
the
be
parts
rough.
and ingredients that you'll find in the environment,
Yeah.
which can be crafted into a wide
Oh,
range of
dang.
defensive and offensive items, like proximity mines, explosive arrows, pistol suppressors, and more.
But can we blow ourselves up with the proximity mine? That's the problem right there.
Yeah, can we walk over it or
Because
just
that's,
the
that's
enemy?
the kind of crap that happens to me.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that was so
All of these
great.
gameplay systems are meant to immerse you in the world and make
amazing.
you feel
That
in
was
lockstep
cool.
with Ellie's emotional journey.
That's what I want to do a lot of, just blow them up with arrows.
Yeah.
As we've said before, this is Naughty Dog's largest, most ambitious game. It may seem like we covered a lot, but we've only scratched
Those
the
people are
surface of what it's like to
crazy.
play The Last of Us Part 2. We can't wait for you to experience it all for yourself on June 19th.
Neither can we, Neil. Neither can we.
Until then, here's an extended sequence of never-before-seen gameplay. Enjoy.
And that's where we pause.
No, I want to watch it so bad.
No, I think what we'll do is because it's just gameplay. I don't necessarily mind. Like we'll do a separate video for that.
Okay.
Because so that way it can just be like here's our reaction to the extended gameplay from The Last of Us Part 2 State of Play. So what's your initial thoughts, reactions?
Well, for one, I love that that they did this, that Neil explained so many things that were going on. I loved that so much.
Yes.
Because there's so many questions that we had. We're like, okay, we know it's like 5 years later, so now we know it's 7. That she's 19.
Yeah.
That some of the places that we're going to cover, but I just the mechanics of the weapons, the explanations for that, I loved.
Yeah.
What about you?
No, I'm with you. I thought that was really, it was a really neat, like, developer commentary over their trailers, which is really cool because I think that's something that the game, like us as, people that love video games, like that's something that we love that kind of stuff. I've always
super into.
Yeah, I've always loved that with whenever you get like film commentary from the directors and their what's going to be.
This is what we were trying to do here, and this is what we were thinking, and
yes, that's what I want next. Like once we like, I want, because it's something that I guess maybe it happens every once in a while. No Clip, that video like YouTube channel, like he dives into some of those things, but I would absolutely love it if basically Naughty Dog put out a spoiler-filled discussion of, beat by beat, and they did it over the course of, I don't know, however many years it would take,
right?
To like kind of discuss like what they were thinking within each segment of the game, but yeah, with that, this was great just to kind of get a little bit more of the finer details, but behind what was going into the crafting, the different weapons that are in the game. Obviously, we didn't get to see every single new weapon that Ellie will get to be able to deploy in this game.
Enemies.
Yeah,
enemies. The one that they cut to black and all you hear is that's terrifying. I'm a little teeny tiny bit worried because when he said unprecedented or unparalleled tension, because that was exactly what I was thinking at that point was, oh shit, this is intense, and it looks like we don't get any beats that are down, because you have to have those down spots to build relationships. So I'm hoping that it's not just all,
breakneck speed of just like, no, I don't think that it will be. I mean, everything that they've talked about, that this being the most ambitious, biggest title that Naughty Dog's ever produced, I definitely think it's it's going to be an intense game, and I think it's going to double the intensity of the first game for sure, because there was a lot of moments within that game, because that's where you were building that relationship between Joel and Ellie, and then obviously you would have those moments where they're trying to take out runners, clickers, what are the bloaters actually called? Like, I never can remember that, but whatever.
I can't either. I always call them bloaters.
Yeah.
But one of the things that I don't remember having a spot before where we were trying to kill Zeds at the same time that we were trying to kill people. Oh wait. Oh, I take that back. I do remember some spots. Yeah.
There was, but it didn't seem like they were as plentiful as they may be in this game, where it's just like, you're gonna have the WLF and then this other warring faction. I've already forgotten their name, but like they're gonna be going at each other. Something like that. The religious zealots, basically.
Yeah.
And it looks like there is going to be a lot more of the runners and clickers as well. Which, I mean, I get. It's still, we don't know the science behind them as much, or at least I've never looked into the science behind these creatures, the infected within the world of The Last of Us, because it's 20-something years afterwards. When we look at shows like The Walking Dead, well, a lot of those walkers, they are pretty much gone at this point, like, or they're little mush pieces, basically, like, trying
super easy to kill,
trying to get the humans, but
push their head and then it falls apart.
Exactly. And for these, it's a little bit like they've gotten more vicious.
Yes, you're right. That's what it appears.
Yeah.
One of my favorite things to do, like I said in State of Decay 2, is if you have a faction that is hostile towards you and they want to kill you, I love making a bunch of noise at their camp to bring in all the zombies to kill them. And it's really sad how much joy I get watching that this just happen as they're trying to fight these things off, and they're being
terror
eaten.
in their faces
I
and
know,
everything.
and I'm just like, oh, this is so great.
Yeah,
This
like,
is
oh
so
my
great.
God, I love this so much. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
and so it sounds like we'll be able to use some of that in The Last of Us too.
No,
so.
I'm excited for that as well. But, well, I think this video was fantastic.
Me too.
We'll have to definitely watch the extended gameplay that's never before seen. And yeah, it's getting so much closer to June 19th. I cannot wait.
I know, me too. I get more excited and more pumped up to the point of I could be having a heart attack and very soon.
Don't let that happen. Don't let the heart attack take you, Mom.
Because you remember, what was it, like 3-4 years ago?
Oh, I know. You're like,
we
just
said
gotta
all we
last
wanted to
until
do.
The
Yes, we
Last
just
of
have
Us
to
Part 2.
live long enough to play this game.
Yeah, I
so
know. We only have a couple of days left.
I know, but they're cutting it really close because I'm getting old, so they need to,
Neil, can you please just go ahead and deliver my mom a copy of the game so that way she can get it in her hands immediately? Before she,
Tropes of old age.
Yeah, she's got to get this, so gotta play the game. So no, I'm with you. I'm super excited. I can't wait for it to get here, and it's just like to be able to live in that world again of The Last of Us. I can't wait because the gameplay is. Yes, the story is amazing, but sometimes the gameplay mechanics and loop gets like kind of overshadowed by the amazing story and amazing characters. And
does that bother you?
No. It doesn't bother me. I think that just goes to show how like well put together the game is. That it's never something where, oh man, The Last of Us has this amazing story, but man, those gameplay mechanics really do stink, and they detract from the game. They worked so well together.
Right.
They're in balance with one another, and I think stuff like this has been really nice because they are keeping a lot of those story beats, hidden, more secretive as they should. But it's been a little bit better for, I'm sure, like all those people that worked on all these amazing gameplay mechanics to kind of like have their stuff like out front and center.
Oh, heck
and,
yeah.
Have the light shining on them.
And you're right. I would love to have them just get all in this and, chapter by chapter, tell us what was going on. That would be fantastic. So, and I do want to also say, good job you, good job us for resisting all the spoilers until this point. We have not had any of the leaks, and yay! That's
indeed.
been hard.
Please, in the comments, don't. My mom is pure. I'm pure.
Yes, exactly.
We're
going into this game pure.
Yes, please don't spoil it for us. We will love you if you do not do that. So please be nice in the comments section. So
exactly.
All right. Well, that was a lot of fun. I'm glad we got to watch that part, and then we'll watch the extended gameplay and do a video on that after this one.
Cool. Okay.
Right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.